Hi everybody, this is Ellen and welcome to my weekly video. And this week we are out and about again in Canterbury, and we're in this beautiful setting here of the Westgate Gardens, and we've come to the grandmother tree here, which is this incredible old tree, 200 years old, this tree. It's reputed to be the oldest tree of its species in the country. It's an oriental plane tree, and as you can see, it's got this incredible gnarled up trunk. Now actually this is quite interesting because apparently the trunks get like this because of a disease basically that gets in through the sewage system into the tree, and it gives them this incredible gnarled appearance, but this tree it makes it even more magical, I think, and a companion of this tree is in the cathedral grounds as well. So these grandmother trees, these ancient trees which hold space for us, for things to happen, and we really need that right now because we are in a very powerful transition time here on the planet, and I feel like this Aries new moon that we just passed a week ago, that was, that was a real sparking off point, that was a real kicking off point for the new, but we are still, and we will be for some time, feeling and releasing and healing the old. And this is particularly true at the moment this week, this real tension coming to a head. We had the Sun in conjunction with Eris. Now Eris is to do with discord, disharmony, so a big seeing of what is discordant, what is not right, and we still have that mystical Pisces energy around Neptune and Pisces, so we still have the pull towards the dream world and the unseen dimensions, but the new incoming energy, as I was saying last week, is this Aries warrior. So it's all in the mix right now, and I think if anything since last week we've kind of deepened that journey into the dream worlds, into the other worlds. So we're gathering more information. This is really about what we need to do next. What is the next stage here on the planet of our evolution, and where do we personally fit into that scheme of things? And we've passed through the point where we feel unworthy, where we feel like I don't have a role, or that there isn't a plan. We are in a stage where we know that we should be doing something, but we still are in that soup perhaps of not knowing what it is exactly that we're supposed to be doing, or where exactly we are, and that ironically is where we should be at the moment, because we should be in the dream world but with our warrior kind of activated in the real world, if that makes sense. So there's two of us at the moment. There's the dream world person who's contemplating, gathering information from the unseen realms, and then we've got the warrior waiting to see what's going to happen next. So you might be feeling and resonating with some of those energies. As I say, there is so much around at the moment. So these ancient trees, I was talking about an ancient tree last week, and this is a different sort of tree and a different sort of tree spirit. So these very old grandmother trees, they can really support us, and just like the ancient grandmothers who are often there at births, who are often the midwives, then these trees can midwife us through periods of transition. And we're just becoming aware, science is just becoming aware of the fact that there is consciousness and awareness in trees and tree spirits. But these old grandmother trees, they really hold space for us. They can be like birthing portals, and some people see this tree and the one in the cathedral as portals where we can access those other dimensions. So wonderful place to come and visit. So I'm going to guide you through a visualization and connecting with this real rebirth process that we're in right now. The crystal I've chosen for this week is Galaxyite. Now, Galaxyite is fantastic if we don't need to be grounded because it's great for nipping off into the astral plane and exploring other worlds, other galaxies, other dimensions, other timelines. So this is really one aspect of what we're supposed to be doing at the moment. So this is why I've chosen Galaxyite. We're really not supposed to be terribly grounded at the moment, and these fantastic trees can kind of ground us while we do this, while we nip off into the wild, the weird and the wonderful. And the goddess that's come forward that I want to talk about this week is Morgan Le Fay. So what a wonderful energy. Now, Fay means fairy, the fairy folk and the fairy people. And in the Arthurian legends, Morgan is often cast as the villain, the nasty one, who gets in the way, and really like the femme fatale energy or the dark witch energy. But that's often when you get that in these old stories, there's an indication that this was an older goddess or an older presence that then got subsumed. So we have this tension between the new young king, the new rules, you know, where we're governing in a different way, and the old fairy folk. And this reflects some of the history in Britain and the fact that there were original people who then had incoming invaders who did things differently. So we can really go back a long way with these energies. Now this card, you can see there's three aspects of her, and she's playing the drums there, and she's drumming in the changes, she's drumming in the new rhythms on the planet. So a wonderful, powerful energy, so many dimensions to her, and we're going to travel with her a little bit today. I'm going to pick a fairy card, very appropriate for Morgan Le Fay. So let's go with this one. Okay. Oh, look at this one. Okay. Now, this one, a collective of pixies. So this is really about exactly what I've been talking about, really. It's all hands on deck, you know, all the little pixies being gathered into service. And this is the joy of finding other people who are just as weird as we are. You know, that wonderful moment when you realise that, in fact, everyone is pretty weird, and you actually find the right kind of weird people that you can connect up with. You can do magical things. So we are really being asked to cut those ties to the whole idea of normality. That's not for us. Probably if you're watching this video and enjoying this video, you've probably gone and travelled a long way down the fairy route into weirdness, strangeness. So, and the pixies are often seen as naughty and mischievous, but they really are that side of us that's willing to take a risk and to go out on a limb to do the job, to get the job done. And when pixies work together, we all know that lots of things get done very rapidly. Okay, so I'm going to guide you through a visualization connecting with these energies. So close your eyes, take a deep breath. Let go of that everyday mind. Connect with this beautiful tree, grandmother tree, an ancient tree. You see a doorway in the tree. You walk into the tree and you see a beautiful room. And that room is cozy, ready for a magical birth. This is a rebirth. There's no one here, so you take a seat in the center of this beautiful room. Now you see a wonderful woman appearing. This is Morgan Le Fay. She looks like a pixie or an elf. She's very, very elfin. She's almost transparent. She comes from the fairy folk. She brings you access to your fairy self. Each and every one of us on the planet has a fairy self. Feel and see that fairy spirit within you. There's no need to hide this beautiful dimension of yourself. She brings you a gift from your fairy self, an object or a message. Allow yourself to receive. You can leave here any shame you might have about not being normal, not being ordinary. Now it's time for you to pick up your role. And now she starts to fade away, and you can smell a beautiful smell of roses. Now it's time to leave this very comfortable place. You can always return here. You pass through the portal and find yourself now on the outside of the tree and coming back into everyday life, feeling yourself, feeling your feet on the earth. Notice any sounds in the room or outside when you're ready. Open your eyes, basically. Okay, so that was a little visualization to connect with the fairies and the fairy energy. And these places, these portals, we can really use them to connect with these other dimensions. They're physical places where we can go and we can access those different levels of reality. So I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you enjoy this first quarter moon today, and I'll be with you again next week. Bye bye.